the other mic?
Carol?
You want me to?
I put it up on the,
Oh, you need it over here.
I
I'm
put it
sorry.
on the table right
On the
there.
table, okay, great.
Okay, just tell me, because I have to turn it myself around and do this thing. Oh, I can do it. Oh, I can do it. What do I do?
Just put it,
Yeah,
in
just
your,
go under.
right here, and then run your wire right there, and then capture it with your belt. You won't have to unbutton it or whatever.
Are you okay with putting this on there?
Certainly. You can put it on one of those.
And no cues, Carol, till 5 minutes. When you start getting 5 from me, you'll have 5 minutes of hearing injury like we always do.
Hi, and welcome back to Young at Heart. And I would like to introduce a very special guest right here today. This is Guru Das, and welcome to our show. When he first came in today, I looked at him and said, okay, I'm not familiar with gurus, but I had a lot of questions for him. And and I'm sure that many of our viewers today have a lot of questions too, as far as what is a guru, and a little bit about how you got involved with being a guru and what you do. I know that you also have been done a lot of counseling work, but you'll tell us that in a moment. So please tell our listeners what a guru is.
Okay. First of all, thank you for inviting me.
Oh, we're happy to have you. Thank you.
Guru means teacher. In any spirituality, you want a teacher. It's like a doctor. You don't go to a doctor who says, I'm not sure what an appendicitis is. We'll try it by trial and error.
Oh my.
He's read books, and he's had teachers. So in our tradition, we also have a guru. This is a picture of my guru, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, who I met in 1966. I wasn't necessarily looking for a guru, but I was interested in spirituality, and I had studied many traditions. But he was so charming and so full of wisdom that I decided I would become his disciple.
Okay.
So guru means teacher, and I became the disciple of the teacher, and that's actually what my name means, Guru Das. Das means servant
Servant, okay.
of whatever. Now you play the little a child of one of the devotees, and you can see how sweet he is. He's compassionate. And because of his compassion, it's why I decided to change my life, you know. And he opened up many gates, like there's me with
Okay.
George Harrison
Oh,
in
okay.
1994.
One
I
of the
was
Beatles. He
speaking.
was a guru. Wasn't he part of the guru?
Well, he wanted to
religion,
do the
or-
same thing. He chanted.
Okay.
He did what it, but we decided, he asked, should I join the ashram, the group, and my guru said, no, you're doing more in what you're doing,
With his
reaching
music.
people.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But he wrote spiritual things. For instance, he wrote a song, My Sweet Lord, of course. He wrote a song called Something in the Way She Moves.
Oh, yes.
Frank Sinatra said it was the best love song of all time.
Oh, and this picture here.
There's me and him chanting together in, he gave us a 17-acre mansion, and he charged us £1 a year for that.
£1?
Yeah,
That's $2.82?
yes, that's what he charged us
Is that
for.
what the pound? I still remember what a pound
Very
is.
good.
Okay, yeah.
So he opened up all these doors, and George started embracing what I'm doing, and even his wife left him because he was spending more time in spiritualism.
Ah.
His friends thought he was square. They wanted to talk about drugs and sex, and he wanted to talk about God.
Okay.
And at the time of
that's
death,
tough, yeah.
he was prepared.
Yeah, that's a tough thing when you're...
But see, not everybody has to live in the church, the ashram. They can do
Of
this
course
at
not.
home.
Well, this should be a 7-day-a-week,
Yeah.
whether you're
You can
home or
decide
on the
on
job or whatever. It's not something you just get into your garbs here and just say, okay, I'm a guru and I'm going to come out and touch you today.
Yeah, well, if
No.
you say you're a guru, you're not.
Yeah, okay. Oh, really?
I think of myself as servant, and really, it's not false artificiality. If I'm puffed out because I met the Beatles or whatever,
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Give us your email address for people out there that would like to contact you.
Okay, do you want me to answer the question what I'm doing now?
Please, real
I still
quickly.
carry on my counseling practice, and actually finished a third book called Love, Medicine, and Music. These are my books that I've read, that
Alright.
I've done. the
Very
poetry book.
important, yes.
And now I'm actually been blessed to write the life story of Nick Nolte.
For Nick Nolte. Now give us your contact.
In the 60s, we thought anything from India was spiritual. It was like, oh, a character came from India, and they knew, oh, it's spiritual. We were smitten with India. I guess I should introduce a little bit of myself. I worked in the civil rights movement, which is it's analogous to the Gandhian movement. Gandhi who said, let our life be our message. Gandhi who said, let us be the change we want to be. An inspiration who went for his heart against every odd. That's what we have to do. What we believe in inside. And that's very important. Take your own counsel as much as possible. There's things in the Shastras, but we don't want to just say any preconceived ideas the right way. We want to see what's going on inside of ourselves too, so we can make the right decision. There's two parts. You can't take yourself out of the equation in your interaction with God. Am I going too fast? But there was a lot of young people who said, we're not satisfied with the world and we want to search for something better. And so we were looking for many ideas, and the ideas from India and Japan, Africa and Native American were prevalent, were the ones that we most listened to, and not only read about it, but we tried. Back in the 60s, we experimented. We didn't want to just say this is nice in the book. We wanted to do some sadhana. And if that didn't work, you try something else. Or maybe you pick it collectively, this one, this one, this one. So some people are unhappy in life, and then they say, okay, I'm gonna do something spiritual. They're gonna do something spiritual. But there's many ways. Some people join for curiosity, some because they're unhappy in the spirit material world. I was having a great time. I was not necessarily looking for a guru, although I did study different gurus. I read the books. So I wasn't looking, but what happened is I came across by Krishna's grace, my Guru Maharaj. And as I say, I was having a good time. But he somehow charmed me into making the choice to even leaving such a pleasurable life, Las Vegas without the fee, and also changing my lifestyle. Changing my lifestyle to give up intoxicants, which is a good part of my life, meat eating, illicit sex, which means if you're living with a woman, get married. And I was. Jamuna was a great, great devotee. Jamuna just passed. And she's the one who sang those winter spirits. You may know her, but she's the one who actually brought me to Krishna consciousness. I must admit, a lot of adventures in my life were because I was following the woman. So, but Radharani even turns Krishna's head. So, what can I say? Jamuna told me about the Swami. She told me about the Swami. And he simply charmed us. There were no books back then except a little back to Godhead. There was no movement. He taught us prasadam, he taught accounting. Accounting means putting it down immediately. Little adages. Art means full belly. How can you appreciate art unless you're fed? Oh. riding down the road in Bengal. It's beautiful. The palm trees are there. It's idyllic, but it's an Indian road. And as you know, in India, in the car, the horn is, and the motor is more, the horn and the brakes are more important than the motor. So, we're riding down the road, and as you know, here's an example of Krishna, synchronicity, being in charge of everything, because here's someone drying some dal at the end of the road, there's 3 cows, there may be 2 rickshaws, there may be a family living there, and when you honk the horn, everybody just goes by the side of the road, just automatically. And so we're riding down the road in the Ambassador, or the Fiat. The horn breaks. What to do? Okay, so Swamiji, he says, give me my tali. So we give him the metal tali. And he had his cane. He was 71 when he came here with $7. Give me my cane. So he bangs it out the window, and cows go by the side of the road, the dog goes, everything just swerves by the side of the road in complete harmony. Swamiji laughs and says, they will think it's an American invention and try to imitate it. And then he quoted the Bhagavad Gita verse, what great men others will follow, which is a really good. I could go on and on with Swamiji's stories. I wrote a book about him called by his example. I'll show it to you. It's really nice. It shows his compassionate and humorous idea, please. Thank you. What he taught us, amongst other things, is how to serve each other. You see that? He made it a little easy for me. He read my mind.
Just have a sunglasses.
I don't know if you can see it, but we're both laughing. People don't know his humorous side because the purports are so instructive and he gave so much wisdom and he didn't deviate. He was the example himself. And he's giving us bhakti, which is a form of love. But from the beginning, he saw that I had a sense of humor and that